happening, you guys? It's day number 99 of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. 99 days in a row now, you guys. Yeah, baby. We have been going into an ice bath every single day here in 2022 and continuing on. Tomorrow's day 100, getting into this bad boy. It is still pumping out lots and lots of ice, you guys. In fact, about 30 minutes ago, I was having a hammer trying to get some of the thickness off the bottom. There's still a nice little chunk down on this end of the ice bath that still has a lot of ice stuck to the bottom. It'll release overnight, although it is supposed to get near freezing temperatures overnight tonight. I think the weather forgot what the calendar is, and it's supposed to be a little warmer in the south in April. But one last blast of cold air coming in tonight, and it's kind of cold and windy here today, so hopefully this is the last of winter. Yeah. I know all you people that live in the north, you're like, hold my beer. It's still cold here, so we're not used to this in the south. But come on in, guys. Day number 99, and today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me as I have been tagged in a lot of videos. People that do ice baths now tag me in their videos and in their posts that they do on social media. And I'm noticing a trend that it's not surprising, but at the same time, it's disappointing. It's disappointing that this happens, and I want to talk about it once I'm in the ice. So welcome. Let's sit you guys down. You guys know the drill. You guys are my tried and true faithful. Most of you who are here right now, you watch every single day, or you watch on the replay, and I appreciate that. I get in here for 5 minutes on the clock. Oh, I didn't tell you what the temperature is today. 32.3 degrees Fahrenheit is the balmy coldness of it. Earlier it was 31 point something. I'm like, well, at least let's get it up just a tick above freezing. Anyway, let's get in here, do the 5 minutes, and I'll tell you what is disappointing to me about what I've noticed. Here we go. All right, 5 minutes, and you're supposed to start counting down when I press you. Let's try that again. All right, there it goes. All right, got big chunks of ice. Push them out the way. I gotta be careful because there's that ridge down there, and I'm just trying to feel for it. There it is. I don't want my feet to get caught on it. Piece of cake. Remember, you guys, give me hearts, give me fire emojis, give me something while I'm in here. Type away, tap away. Because I had my hands in here breaking up all that ice a half an hour ago, my hands are already really hurting, so I'm going to lift them above the water because they were both below the water for an extended period of time trying to break up that ice, and so did not take long for them to go, hey bro, we already did this. Okay, you guys, let me talk about what I've noticed. So I'm getting tagged in a lot of videos and posts on social media about ice baths for all the obvious reasons. Obviously, I'm getting in an ice bath every day, And I make it look pretty darn easy, and so people tag me to both let me see what they're doing, which is cool, I love it, and to offer any encouragement, because invariably, when I go to any of these posts or videos, there are always people making comments that I would describe as psychological warfare. I feel like the whole ice bath phenomenon is going along the same lines as the fasting phenomenon. And I've been a part of both of them now. So when I first started writing a book about fasting and started doing fasting, everybody's like, oh my God, you're starving yourself. You're gonna eat up your muscle. All this nonsensical bullshit that was not founded on anything. But that was kind of the psychological warfare with fasting. And I remember when Dr. Jason Fung and I were writing the Complete Guide to Fasting, we put in there, don't tell anyone you're fasting unless you like to have all of that nonsense coming at you. And so I'm openly doing the ice bath, so I can't do it anonymously or do it in secret, but you can. If you do it, don't feel like you have to tell the whole world that you're doing it. And to a lesser degree, if you just eat meat and you're carnivore, it's the same issue. Oh my gosh, where's the vegetables and the fruits you need? Where are the whole grains? Don't ask me where that voice is coming from. It's just a funny voice. And so I feel like people are discouraged away from things like this because of all the psychological warfare. Don't expose yourself to it. It's just not worth it. Now, I get it. You're proud of doing it. Go ahead. Just know ahead of time, if you share with the world what you're doing, you're going to get all of that nonsense. And look, they don't understand it. They don't want to understand it. And that's fine. Not everybody's going to want to do it. Not everybody's going to want to understand it. That's of no concern to you because you do want to do it. All right, let me go below the water. Let me at him. I will kick their ass if they tell you not to do an ice bath or try to mock you for it. Don't come in here with that. I feel like people, when they don't understand something, they mock it. We've seen that throughout all of human history. Anytime people didn't understand something, rather than seeking understanding, they would just immediately mock it, dismiss it, ostracize it, make you feel bad about it. And look, that's fine. People can have their opinions about things, but you have to remain resolute in why you're doing it. The problem is not everybody is as strong-willed as Jimmy Moore. And I get it. People are very impressionable, and they let the opinions and the thoughts and ideas of others impact them. And I understand why. It's human nature. You want to be loved. You want to be agreed upon. You want all the things. Here, let me take it off Wi-Fi. Hang tight. Okay, now we're off Wi-Fi. I can get on this walk. But people are always going to be impressionable like that, where they want the validation of other people. I am not one of those people that needs validation to know what I want to do. And so psychological warfare does not work for me. It didn't work with low-carb keto. It didn't work with fasting. And it sure the hell ain't going to work with ice baths. Partly because I've already seen the benefits of it. This is what's so discouraging to me about the psychological warfare. By the way, welcome to everyone who's come in. Day number 99. Of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. The most discouraging thing for me to see all of this happen is people that are doing well. Let's say they went to an animal foods-based diet, a carnivore diet, and they're already feeling better, getting stronger, have more energy, all the things. And then somebody says, oh, meat only. Wow, you must be trying to have a heart attack. Oh, wow, that's very unhealthy. How could you be eating that way? And it's just this barrage of these kinds of comments. In fact, somebody came on my post yesterday about the eggs and said something about like I was murdering innocent victims, talking about the animals. And I said, oh, you didn't know I love eating murder. Thank you for noticing. See, I have fun with it. I think people take these comments way too seriously. I'm like, have a little jovial fun with it, because they expect you to have a negative reaction. What they don't expect you to have is a happy-go-lucky attitude and a little bit of irreverence. That's how I handle it. Yes, you've got to get to the point where you realize people that oppose things like ice baths, it's nothing more than just psychological warfare. They don't know what they don't know. And so, of course, they're going to mock it. Of course, they're going to try to make you look silly or make it sound like you're silly for doing this. That's of no consequence to you. They can share what they want to share. But the problem is it does have a bigger influence on people than we'd like to admit. I've just been at this game a little longer than a lot of people, being online for so long and watching kind of this trend over the years. I don't really pay much attention to negative nannies like that anymore. You can say what you want about me. I'm like Teflon with those kind of comments. But a lot of people take them to heart. And to me, that's the travesty. Something that could be helping people get healthy, and yet they're discouraged away from it. At the very moment they're actually seeing benefit, they walk away from it. It's a shame. All right, let me scroll back to the top. Let's see who all's here today. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Bulletproof Coconut, Future Doctor, Linda, Sharon, Marcus. Sharon says, day number 99, wowzers. Yes. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for day 100 tomorrow, Sharon. I need to do something special, something cool. 100's a big deal. I guess we'll find out when we get here tomorrow. Go Jimmy 99 with fire exclamation from Bulletproof. Wendy's here, Kira, Kariana, Leah, Pat, CST, Marilyn, Ruth. Linda has the fire emoji. So yesterday, people were like, how do we communicate with you when you're in the ice bath because you can't see what we're writing? I said, you could do one of two things. You could tap the hearts, or you could leave me fire emojis. So Linda knew. Linda remembered, and Marcus gave me a bunch of hearts, red and blue hearts. So that was cool. Irene is here, Karen Lee, Tammy, Tana, Geisha, Dr. Landrew, Dr. Sean, Carol Ann, Carmel. Sharon says, you seem like such a happy guy. I am a happy guy. People say, where does that come from? Well, it's a lot of things. The last 3 years of my life, or 3 years ago in my life, some major changes happened in my life on several fronts. And I talked about some of them with the childhood trauma. I went through a particularly bad breakup in a relationship, just different things. And so when you go through those tough kinds of things, it really does put perspective on life and makes you reevaluate who you are. And so I started doing a lot of work on myself mentally. And so that translates into being happy with who you are. I'm pretty proud of who I am. I wasn't always proud of myself. I am now. I know my value. I also feel like it's my duty, having done all that work, mental work, my duty to be an encourager to other people and to share. So you guys see in my other work that I do all across social media, I'm all the time making inspirational posts and motivational posts That's not for no good reason. I do it because I've been there. I could have used somebody sharing the messages I share now. So if that helps somebody and if it helps you, great. Let me know. I would love to hear if anything that I've written ever touches you in that way. So thank you. I am a happy guy. Gillis is here. Tammy's here. Addie is here. Todd, Bulletproof says, what will you do tomorrow? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow for the ice bath yet. I'm still mulling it over. I've got a few different ideas. Some of them are hokey, but I want to do something truly special for day 100. But it's not the end. It's not like the Staybatical to 50, which was a 100-day journey. Isn't that funny? Tomorrow will be 100 days, which is the same number of days that I did my Staybatical thing in the fall, where I started on September 1st and then went all the way into December. This seems like it went by a lot faster than the Staybatical in the fall did. It was the same number of days. It's funny how your perception of time is different. Now, what I did in the fall was a whole heck of a lot more than an ice bath. So maybe that's why it felt longer, because it was just so many hours of stuff I was doing every day, biohacks and different things. But yeah, I'll come up with something. I haven't let you down yet. Leah's here. Dry Fly Girl. I love that name, Dry Fly Girl. That's cool. Cariana says, this is quite a streak, Jimmy. Super impressive. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to make 365 days in a row. Now, I've got some travel coming up. I'm speaking at the Paleo FX conference in Austin, Texas, coming up here in about 3 weeks. I will be in Austin. And so I'm driving there. So I'll have like 2-3 days of driving there, the event itself, and then about 2-3 days of driving back. So I will be away from my home for just about a week or so. And so getting the ice bath in or getting some kind of cold exposure will be tricky, but I will manage, because I'm going to make this a lifelong habit that no matter where I am in the world, in my life, I'm going to try to expose myself to cold. In fact, I haven't told you guys about this. In May, I am going to North Carolina for a retreat with a nutritionist friend of mine, and Christina Hess is her name. And she's got like a little cabin on the beach that she's got her clients coming. She invited me to come and do a presentation about cold. So we're going to be right on the beach, and it's in May, so I don't know how cold that water's going to be. So I said, we may have to go get some bunch of ice and just dip our bodies in tubs or something, Christina, because that won't be cold enough. But I can show them the principle of getting in there, because even like that kind of water, I guess in May would be cold, the Atlantic Ocean. Not for me, baby. Bulletproof says, please project their issue, or people project their issues onto others often when they're criticizing. Look, yes, that is why they criticize. They think because they can't do it, or think they can't do it, that nobody should do it. And again, I've seen this. It's so similar to the opposition to fasting. It's so similar to the opposition to low-carb ketogenic diets, to a meat-based diet. So similar. Oh my gosh, you're trying to have a heart attack with all that meat you're eating. Oh my gosh, you're going to just die because you're not eating any food at all while you're fasting. People talk out of ignorance. But the problem is, who's the ignorant person if you're listening to someone telling you that kind of nonsense? You do you, boo. Learn and then apply it for yourself. And what anybody has to say about it at that point is of no consequence to you. Not your job, if they're not interested, in being educated. Kathy is here. Leah says it all starts with the mental health work for sure. Yeah. If I hadn't done that for myself, I couldn't have the tenacity to get in an ice bath every day. And interestingly, the ice bath then helps continue the benefits of that mental health work. And so when you put in the work on yourself mentally, then you start doing habits like sunshine exposure, deep breathing exercises, grounding, and ice baths or cold therapy, cold showers. It all starts to cascade and build on one another in a good way, because you basically prime your brain to be ready to accept the mental health changes that come from this. And I think if I had to say what has shocked me the most about this entire journey has been I didn't realize how much my mental health could improve dramatically so just by making myself cold. Yep. I had heard about it, but until I felt it and saw it for myself, I would never have believed it. And of course, you gotta take into account the sleep benefits that this gives you as well. And so if you get better sleep, you feel better. If you get cold and that gives you calmness in your brain, that gives you benefit. I think a lot of the anxiousness, a lot of the anxiety and depression that people feel, they don't realize we have a very natural way to calm our central nervous system down. Somebody today on Facebook said, "Oh, I would do those ice baths, Jimmy, but that sounds like it's gonna disrupt my central nervous system and cause a lot of stress and cortisol release, and that can't be healthy for you, can it?" And I said, well, actually, a lot of the studies that I've read shows that cold exposure actually calms down and regulates your central nervous system. So it's actually just the opposite of what you think would happen. It's kind of like those people that say fasting lowers your metabolism, slows it down. Everybody thinks that. But then Dr. Fung and I in our book actually revealed that not only did metabolism not slow down when you did a true water and salt fast, it actually revs your metabolism up to fast. Now, if you undereat calories, let's say you have 400 calories, that slows your metabolism down, because then the body knows, okay, I'm getting food. Why isn't this idiot feeding me food? And so a little bit of food slows the metabolism down. No food, water, salt, actually revs it up by as much as 12%. So a lot of things that we believe aren't true, which is why I'm writing a book on this topic about cold therapy. Is there so many truisms about it that people just don't know. They'll know after my book comes out. Tiffany is here. JEC, Gidgey, Smith in the gym, Nobody's Nothing. Cariana says hotels have ice machines. Yes, I'm aware. I talked about this yesterday. I need to go buy me a big ass cooler. And when I get to these hotel rooms, hopefully they have bathtubs. Maybe I can make sure I get a room with a bathtub. And yes, fill that bad boy up with ice. But again, 6'3". Most bathtubs are not very big. And so I'll just have to do the best that I can. I'm very spoiled with the Morozco because it's 6 foot long, plenty of room for me to wiggle my body in. And of course, it's extremely cold. Cena's here. Lil Missy's here. SL Parkman. Courtney says, happy Saturday. Hello, happy Saturday to you. Hope you guys have had a great weekend so far. I sure have. Those of you that came in late, day number 99 of my Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. So tomorrow will be day 100. Gonna do something special. Not sure what yet. Something. Little something. So stay tuned for that. I also have tomorrow my walk and talk. I just posted the topic over on my stories. If you missed it, go check out my stories. But I was reading a magazine article in People magazine about Valerie Bertinelli and how she's been frustrated with her weight, and so she has decided that she's no longer going to step on the scale. And I read the whole article, and she had a lot of quotes in there, and all throughout reading the quotes, I was like, yeah, and what about this and this and that? Oh, yeah. So I was like, wait a minute, if I have this many thoughts about it, I need to do a walk and talk about it, because I've already gotten to that point too, where I don't weigh myself. And the reason she doesn't, and the reason I don't, it goes back to the mental health thing again. It's a total mind fuck to keep stepping on a scale and expecting to get encouraged by that. So we will be doing that tomorrow, you guys, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on Instagram Live, out on my trail over there. So come join us, 11 a.m. Eastern, Sunday. Courtney says, that's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. KG is here. Inish is here. Ink on Einerson is here. Ink, I saw you on my friend Rebecca Farmer's live earlier. You were asking lots of great questions. So that was cool. I love seeing you guys when you're out on other people's lives. I'm like, oh, they watch them too. Cool. Kira says, reducing inflammation from the elimination of seed oils is not the same as the inflammation from lifting weights. Not all inflammatory things are equal. Is it the same with ice? Oh, absolutely. In fact, if I had to make an equivalency, I would say any inflammation is very temporary, just like it is with the gym, with exercise. Any inflammatory response you get from an ice bath, I don't even think you would get that much of an inflammatory thing, because you're actually literally chilling the body out. At least with exercise, you are physically making the body more inflamed, but again, with a purpose in mind. You're tearing those muscles apart. That's causing inflammation, but then it's getting repaired after you're done and when you're recovering. Whereas an ice bath, you're not getting a heating up of the muscles or the body. I mean, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of the preemptive heat up with that anticipatory thermogenesis that I've been talking about, but I don't think that's a sign of inflammation, though. So, no, I've seen nothing that shows ice baths are inflammatory in any way, and certainly not chronically like seed oils or refined carbohydrates would be, to answer your question. Lindsay's here. True Kaba is here. Ink says, thanks, Jimmy. Always good to see you on another live. I try to support all my friends. Rebecca Farmer, Tailored Keto Health, she's one of those people. You know how there's just some people that when you first meet them, you know you're going to be friends? And she and I definitely forged a pretty strong friendship right away. I think people that have good hearts notice other people that have good hearts, and so that was fun to meet her. And she's a darling of a girl. I'm so glad she found her a boyfriend, because she was kind of discouraged in that area for a little while, and she seems very happy. Chat for Mom is here. So yes, you guys, day 99, and if you came in late, the topic was the psychological warfare that happens when you're doing an ice bath. People are going to question it. People are going to challenge you. What the hell is that about? That looks stupid. That looks silly. And it came out of watching all these people get into ice baths, being proud of themselves, putting it out there on social media, and then suddenly people just kind of come at them. Full barrels. Unload on them. And there was one girl on Facebook. she was getting such attacks. I had to write something, and I did. Encouraging her, chastising them a bit, and basically challenging them that if it's so easy, if it's no big deal, you do it. You do it. I don't think all these people have even an inkling of the courage it takes to get in an ice bath. Well, I don't want to get in an ice bath. All right then, shut the fuck up. That's my thinking on it. If you can't be an encouragement to someone doing something hard, then you keep your trap shut. That's what I don't understand. It's like the big critics of all these things, fasting, keto or carnivore, and ice baths, the big critics would never have no intention of ever doing something like this. They don't care. And if somebody has that mentality, why would you listen to them anyway? Why would you care what their opinion is? I did a reel on this just today that prove yourself to me before you feel like you have the right to criticize me. And I get a lot of criticism, you guys, as you guys well know. And most of it I don't really pay much attention to because I know they don't care about me. They don't give a damn about me. And so why should I give a damn about them? There's about 8 or 9 people in my life that have the right to criticize me, tell me something critical. All of them love me, and so it's not like they would be ugly about it. But yeah, not everybody has that access to you. One of them's on here, Kira. I consider you one of those people. You could criticize me and I would at least go, okay, tell me more. But not everybody do I give that privilege to. Ink says, yeah, Rebecca's great. I won an appointment with her in an Instagram live, and since then we've been pals. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I'm hoping if I keep eating like her, I will have the same luck with my life. Yes, hang in there. Oh, your love life. Hey, dude, it's a constant battle to calm that demon in your head that you're going to be alone forever. Trust me, I understand. I battle it myself. GH just got here, so thank you guys for being here. As always, appreciate all your support of me during this Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Do come back tomorrow twice, 11 a.m. Eastern, for the walk and talk. We're going to talk about Valerie Bertinelli and why she does not step on a scale anymore, and I'll give lots of my thoughts on this topic since I don't step on a scale anymore either. Doesn't mean you've given up on weight loss. It just means you've stopped abusing your mental health, all at the holy altar of seeing a number on a scale. So be there for that. And then 5 o'clock, 100! Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll celebrate day 100 of this Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. So guys, let me get out of here for now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.